Hi everybody, it's Rolex here, and today I am going to show you how my character transfer from basically switch from the Bone Shatter character to the Dual Strike character. It is not going to be the strength stack chaos damage build. It's going to be just the trauma version because I like the trauma version more than anything else like in the game, because it's allow you to have like high count of life regeneration per second, due to the Juggernaut node. They give you health regen based on the amount of physical damage you reduced in the past 10 seconds or something. So you can get up to like 10,000 regen or even more than that if you have more attack speed. But other than that, I think I just love it. I just love the idea of like damaging yourself as well as gaining some defense while doing so. And so as you can see, I switched to double strike, but I did tier 17. Like I did one tier 17 or like three. I failed two of them. I did complete one tier 17 before I switched to dual strike. So this is like before the patch, but I didn't record it because I don't think I would beat the boss. So I didn't bother to record it. I just try to know where the boss is exactly in those types of maps. So there's 5 maps. I only get to run 3 of them. Cigarette, Sanctuary, and Citadel, which is all of them. It's pretty bad. One of them is Lysair. Lysair was pretty hard. Like if you're not tanky enough, then I don't know, like to beat the mini boss and stuff. You have to beat the mini boss while playing the mini games and stuff. It's pretty annoying to do. Like if your character is not strong enough to take those lightning beam or whatever, like those lightning wall coming out from Lysair. But other than that, I think the fight is pretty reasonable. And also the Citadel, the boss was just the Uhtred. I think it was not that bad, but I had like a really shitty mod, and when I ran, I died to the monster before the boss, like I think like 4 or 5 times. And so like getting to the boss, and then I just like don't know what the fuck to do, and then I die, and then it's failed, and then I eventually beat Katarina, which is kind of like crazy. And then I had the mod that 4 extra projectile and 100% aerial effect on that one. So it's crazy that I actually beat that one, which is like kind of crazy. But I die like 4 times, I think, like in the boss. And it's okay. Like I think Katarina is actually a quite reasonable fight. I would say, like, if you have a reasonable mods, but also like the mods still gonna make it hard, right? Some mods might actually break it. So that's my conclusion on the tier 17. Now they change it so that it's easier. I have a little bit clip here to show you that it's just become so easy that I don't even care to do anything. Like if you roll the mod of like tier 16 maps, then the boss basically does nothing. So I think that's probably a good segue to get into the character that I'm playing here. Is the like reading still the same, level 99. I haven't reached level 100 yet because I just die repeatedly on some of the stupid content that I do. Sometimes I just get impatient and doing the boss that I shouldn't do, while having like 40 or 50% XP, and then I lost all of them. So basically, I'm just trying to do stuff. And also, like, I had dropped the mirror chart, as you can see here, from the Harbinger. I haven't used all of it. Like, I just used one of them because I think it's like cheating. I don't want to get into like the cheating. I don't feel like using this type of currency to progress your character. It's a good way to do. And as you can see here, I have like Katarina 10 run here. This is basically like after the patch, because I had like 3 run before the patch when I started, and then like 7 run after the patch, and then I would just like just average it out, right? I don't know like if the average is going to be good or not, but people say that it's getting buffed. But even if it doesn't get buffed, like, I don't feel like it mattered that much, because I'm gonna do Katarina because I just enjoy doing Katarina run because you need like a couple of points on the tree, and then you pretty much finish. You don't need like scarabs at all, and then you can just run it together with the lake mechanics that you wanted to run. So like right now I have the Harvey Boogaloo. As you can see here, I'm running Harvest and Harbinger. I think I forgot to do Harvest in most of my map, which is kind of stupid. But eventually I might just remove Harvest from this tree and then do something else with it, because I just forgot Harvest all the time, even though it has like 100% spawn chance, as you can see here. So the character that I switched to is just the trauma version. So trauma require you to use a mace or an axe, so or a staff. But staff is just not one hand, so you can't use it. So basically, the only option is you using dual mace or one mace and one axe, but you can't use dual mace with the dual strike of ambidexterity. For the purpose of this item is that you just deal double damage to shield enemy. I believe that there is monster that unaffected by shield, but I don't think that there is any monsters that are immune to shield. I don't know. I might be wrong on that. I think they changed it. So like I don't know. But basically, you always deal double damage after your first hit. So or maybe like after your frostbang in, and then you just keep attacking, and then you just constantly applying shield, because the mace node allow you to apply shield here, right? All damage with with mace and scepter afflict shield. So basically you are always inflicting shield. I mean, the passive tree is pretty much like you can just check on pop, but here I'm going to explain to you how I craft each pieces of the gear, and I'm just gonna go over one by one, and then probably have some infographic or whatever, but I'm just gonna talk over it, right? Like my helmet is pretty easy to craft. You just get a fractured base helmet, or you can fracture yourself, or you can just buy it from the market, and then you just spam the suffix. I spam chaos modifier here. You spam this because I need chaos resistance on this helmet, so until I get the chance to suppress spell damage, and it happened to just get the cold resistance as well, so that's cool. And then you are done with the suffix. Your suffix cannot be changed. Unveil with unveil orb. So basically the helmet is you just have it spam until you get the desirable suffix, or like 3 of them, and then you just unveil until you get the desirable unveil prefix. You can unveil and get something bad, like projectile, melee. If I get the melee gem, I'll be okay with it. I can use like totem in there, so it'd be like 1 or 2% increased damage. But the AoE gem is much better because you can get a little bit tankier with the determination, and you can get a little bit more damage with pride, and also with war banner as well. So now let's go to the next one, which is the amulet. So the amulet, I just bought the fracture life, and then you spam. Basically this one is the same way, like I spam chaos reforge until I get the all attribute. Well, I mean, I'm kind of like settled on the 27 here because all attribute. You don't need this amulet, by the way. If you want to be a little bit tankier, you can do the eternal damnation route, and then you can get more resistance on your gear. You don't use this globe basically if you're using eternal damnation, because you're going to be lack of resistance on that one, because you can't get resistance on your amulet anymore, no longer. So, and basically I just like lock suffix and then unveil. And it happened to not remove the armor, which is really good. So I have a little bit of armor left, but I would want to change it. I would want to unveil the suffix instead, and then craft prefix. I would want to have another minus mana cost in my amulet as well. So in that case, I can use Enlighten level 4 and drop these cluster. That means I will have like 20 mana left here, and I will be able to use all of my skill, which is fine, which is cool, right? And then I get like 6 more skill points, and I can use it wherever I want. And it probably end up being like 2 extra fortification here so that I have 40 fortification. But other than that, it's fine. The Amulet is done. The Amulet's pretty much done. You just spam for desirable suffixes. You lock your suffix by suffix cannot be changed, and then you unveil. Or you can do something with it. You don't need to unveil at all. Like if you are happy with your prefix, maybe like you already get the armor and the life, and then you grab whatever like desirable mod. In my case, I want to have the minus mana cost and then unveil the suffix instead, so I get like some resistance and chaos resistance in the suffixes. I don't need anything. I don't need damage on the amulet. I just need a little bit of just attribute, just pretty much just attribute. I just need the attribute in there, and maybe a little bit of resistance. As you can see here, I don't have anything. And then go to next one. Next one is my ring. This ring is a little bit tough to grab. This is just purely because you can't really control that much of everything and of anything at all, because I need accuracy, and accuracy is an attack only. You can't really specifically target it by anything. So when you are going to spam it with the attack here, you are going to get most of the time the prefix attack. You're gonna get like fire damage, you're gonna get lightning damage, you're gonna get cold damage, physical damage, and it's not good. But sometimes when it lands on the accuracy rating and all resistance, in this case it's only tier 2, I would love it to be tier 1, so it's kind of like alleviated my resistance problem a little bit more. And the lightning resistance is also pretty good. So you should spam this until you get the 3 desirable mod. Your suffix cannot be changed. You unveil, and hopefully it not break, because if it unveil the prefix, then you can't grab the non-channeling skill anymore. So that means if it break, you're going back to spamming the attack modifier until you get to a desirable mod. And I just thinking about it now, and I have to grab another one like this, similar to this, not like this, because I don't need the minimum frenzy charge. It happened to be there. It happened to unveil the frenzy charge. I would want it to have the chaos resistance instead, but minimum frenzy charge is the best one in there. I think it's the other one is like some dog shit mod. The other two is like some dog shit mod, which is I don't like all like attribute or something. I don't really need them. So basically, I just get the minimum frenzy charge instead. The other ring, this is pretty easy. You just buy from market, and then I just spam the reforged life until I get another resistance, and then just craft the non-channeling skill. Pretty much it. Like you don't need anything on this one. If you can't get something like this, well, I mean, just get anything that's similar to my own ring. Which is like something like this, resistance and accuracy, life, and then you just have the prefix open to craft. Like you just need prefix open. That's pretty much it, just to fill up your resistance and stuff. The recoup is pretty good. Like I tried to get recoup on my Cogwork as well, but it didn't land, so it's kind of sad. But if I get the recoup here as well, it's gonna be like 20% recoup or something. It'll be like really high. This is like I'm just gonna try to get another ring with probably recoup and accuracy if I can get one, but I don't know, like I'm not really looking forward to craft this ring. It's pretty hard to craft for the mod that I want. Like you want recoup, that means you have to either go for life spam or go for attack spam, because attack spam like make accuracy rating is easier to get. But then like most of the time you go for life spam, you're gonna get life regen, and you don't want to get life regen. The boot is pretty easy, the same way as the helmet was made. You spam, you just buy a fracture prefix, you spam until you get desirable suffixes, and then you should lock it, unveil, you'll guarantee to get prefix, and then you grab to block something. And then you just hope to get movement speed. If you don't get movement speed, you just use the Eldritch Annul. Where is it? I don't have it. So you use Eldritch Annul, just annul the prefix off. It will guarantee you to remove the movement speed. Your suffix cannot be changed again. You unveil again. You do that until you get the movement speed mod. It will cost you, on average of trying it, probably like 2 or 3 unveil, like 2 unveil, I think. Like That would be the average cost to get just movement speed. But if you want movement speed and chance to gain onslaught, it might be a little bit more if you're unlucky. So I'm pretty lucky on this one. Just get like right away on the first try. But I don't know, like I feel like the onslaught one it's like the easiest one to get. So that's the one. And then the belt, I don't want to talk about the belt because I will change to Mage Blood anyway. But if you want to do something similar to this, I recommend just buy it. Like triple resistance and then just prefix open. And then you can just like crap life or unveil life on it, and it'd be fine. That's pretty much it. And then my axe, it's pretty much just a meme. I just get as much as attack speed as possible. I could divine it a little bit more, but I would change the axe, or maybe I wouldn't change the axe anymore. Because like I happen to get the trigger socket spell when using skill, 4-second cooldown. So it actually alleviated my socket pressure quite a lot, because like vulnerability on like self-cats is pretty bad. Like I will change this once I get the Vol on hit. So I will have like 2 more available sockets to use anything at all like with it, right? And also 3 because I don't use life tap anymore. So when I get the vulnerability on hit, blows, then I can drop this thing, which is gonna be huge for socket pressure. So eventually I will drop this axe and then again an actual axe, like a new one, because I want the suffix to be increased attack speed while nearby unique enemy, but it's probably going to be really rare to get. Like I don't care about the prefix at all. Like you say like, oh, you're still doing damage with it, right? Because this skill gem still use both hand damage, but I mean it's not that big of a deal because your main hand doesn't do any damage, your off hand doesn't do any damage. Like most of the damage came from your trauma support, so it doesn't matter what weapon you're using. So basically just use whatever meme that I wanted to use, and that's pretty much it for this. And the last 3 the last mod that you want to get is just 4% attack speed from the warlords. You just slam warlord, and it's unlikely to get it right away on first try. So you're gonna be suffix gonna be changed, and then you go to the bench and reforge speed. It guarantee that mod, right? It guarantee the attack speed and physical mod, because the prefix doesn't really have speed modifier unless you're having a warlord influence on the axe. Okay, so I'm gonna break the fourth wall here because I forgot to show you how to craft an axe. So you only need item level 75 or more for this axe that I crafted. So basically I'm gonna show you here. You don't need any influences on the axe on the first one, and you're probably looking for 24% quality at the very least, so that your quality affect the attack speed. Because you're gonna use the bench, the harvest craft for the percent quality. So this is the axe that I had, which is a rusted hatches, which is horrible. You can just go for the siege axe. It would be much better. But this is the meme that I'm doing. It's whatever. It is what it is. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go for essence. You're gonna go for the speed essence. So I'm just gonna speed run here. Where is the ceiling? There you go. You go for tier 1 and you click until you get another suffix that you would want. So in this case I would want I'm just gonna remove it. I'm just gonna remove it just to make it like faster. I want accuracy, so I'm just gonna put accuracy in there, and then you unveil. So this is the part where it's kind of like iffy if you get like more mods than this and you're trying to annul it off. So like when I had to annul like 4 or 5 times, and it failed like a lot of the time because you just randomly like remove one of these 2 mods. If you get 3 suffixes, it's gonna be quite hard because you can't really like remove specifically remove anything. So you're gonna annul, like try to annul, or you can just roll over it until you get the 2 mods, but it's pretty hard, right? You just like try to annul, it's much better. So when you get 2 suffixes that you want, and then you go to suffix cannot be changed. Where is it? Yeah, suffix cannot be changed. You add it, you unveil, and this is the part where it's gonna get quite hard, because you have to unveil and get the suffix without filling the prefix. As you can see here, it filling the prefix. This is bad. If you get to this state and then you unveil it, and hopefully you get the attack speed, or this mod, which I had on this mod, but I want to get the attack speed more than this one. But this is how I crap mine, so I'm just gonna show it. Like I'm gonna get the trigger, and as you can see, I'm pretty much full prefix, right? I'm full prefix here. You can't do anything like in here at all. Like you want to slam the warlord, but if you slam the warlord, then you're filling out prefix, because you're gonna have 3 prefix and you can't do anything. So you have to suffix cannot be changed here in this case. But you know, maybe you're lucky enough and you don't filling your suffix. So if you have only 4 affixes, affixes, then you can just slam warlord. This is the easiest one. You slam warlord, you don't get anything. As you can see here, you get physical damage over time. You don't care about it. And then you go to suffix cannot be changed again, and then you go to harvest, reforge, speed. It will guarantee you to get this speed mod. As you can see here, it's not gonna get you like a higher tier, because you don't need higher tier. You just need like the attack speed modifier, and that's it. This is done. The gloves doesn't need a crap, because I'm using Celestial Brace. This one, it's just a free 5 nodes passives or whatever, but I still gonna grab this because this is like really solid cluster. But you don't have to take the -3 penalty on, you know, maximum fortification anymore, because you always like fortify on melee skill, which is really good. Strike skill anyway, so you can take 10% reduced damage over time while you have 20 fortification. So that means I have Pantheon for 10% reduced damage over time, and also another 10% here. So I have 20% less damage taken from the damage over time. So it's pretty good. I mean, it's not like the best, but it's pretty good. The chest piece, this is like the graveyard crap, the necropolis crap. So I'm just gonna show a little clip here where I finished the crap. You can look at the recipe, you know, on the crap of exile or whatever. Like it's like, I mean, it's pretty simple to check. I didn't really want to engage with it that much, but I can't find it on the market, so I have to go and do it myself. But I forgot about something when I do it, because I forgot that I have to get it out and use Telling Orb anyway, so Sixling is kind of like useless. So I wasted the Sixling stuff on the graveyard, because I'm gonna use Telling Orb on it anyway, just to get more defense on the chest piece. And that is pretty much it for the gear that I had. The jewel and stuff, I mean, do we have to talk about it? I mean, quick and deadly, I guess, like this is the main thing that you want to get. Like combat rhythm, I like this node, I picked it up after I dropped this one, so you don't need to have the combat rhythm. It's not that good. But this is like a temporary tree though, because I'm gonna drop. Eventually I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna drop this life node, and then I'm gonna have something with the cluster. But like for now, the cluster is pretty much just like. Oh, by the way, I use Lethal Pride just for the maximum fortification and reduce extra damage from crit. As you can see, I have 20% reduced damage from crit here, right? And I have 30% reduced damage from crit here, and I have 58%, so I'm immune to extra damage from crit. So if a monster crit me, it will do no more damage than normally it would do. So that would be pretty good. And then I have maximum fortification, the fist damage taken is 5. That's pretty huge, and also fortification, and also like another 2 of maximum fortification. So I have like 4 maximum fortification here. So I have like really high fortification. This jewel, it's basically make me think like I might do this glow, because yeah, I could reach 40 fortification with these 2 nodes. So that's my whole thing. and you know, like the annoyment is not that really that great. Like bash and breaker, like we take that, right? But I don't have any like notes that I would want to take because I don't have like overwhelm like on my tree. Like I just have 0 overwhelm, which is really bad. This node is not that good because it gives you attack speed, but I mean it's the closest one. Like I don't want to go. I don't want to get there. Like that's stupid, right? I don't want to get there. So basically, this tree, it's just like, I mean, like right now it's temporarily. It's kind of like already like finished, but it's still temporarily. I still have like a couple gears that I want to change, and most of the thing I'm probably just gonna self crab, you know, except for maybe like jewel like clusters and stuff. There's some unique, obviously. Oh, by the way, I'm using the Watcher's Eye, you know, like damage reduction while affected by determination, and also impale on hit. So impale on hit is like kind of a good thing because you can drop 3 of this, and I don't like this, right? I don't like the 3 nodes for it. Like I'm just trying to get a better one, but right now like there's nothing on the market that will yield me a better one. So I could divine it, but I feel like I'm gonna get a better one. Like I'm gonna get like something with, you know, like triple mods, maybe something with like precision, maybe not, maybe like double. No, double determ wouldn't be that good. Maybe like double pry and determination. That would be like, I don't know, like 80 divine or something, or maybe like 100 divines. But I will get there. I'll get there. Like I'll get there. But before that, I'm probably gonna change to Mage Blood first. I'm gonna get Mage Blood. I'll swap something around, getting Enlightened Force and stuff. But for now, this is the tree that I'm using. You can just check in my pop. And also, this is the gear, how I made all of my gear and how it's swapped to this character. So that's pretty much it, I guess. The video is pretty long. I don't think I want to make it like super long, but the character is pretty fun to make. Character is pretty fun to play. I'm gonna get it to level 100, I guess, and I'm still farming for the fracturing shard. Like basically, like I just farming from fracture orb, but it's just happened to drop mirror shard, so that's like, I feel like cheating, right? And also like, I've been running like a lot of highs, as you can see here. I still have a couple like left, haven't done. So I've been running like what are my strategy? So basically this one is heist. I just like spamming guardian, pretty much like when I do guardian map, right? Like guardian map like here, I just spam heist with it, and then kill the boss, pick up all the highs and do syndicates, and that's it. That's what I do. And then the second tree is it's Harbinger. Like right now it has harvest. I'm gonna drop harvest soon, but no, right now it still have harvest on it. So basically you run with all the one each, you know, Harbinger scale. Like just run one each. It's pretty cheap. I think it's pretty cheap. Like I can get like all of them like pretty cheap. But I think I only bought this one because it's pretty rare. The other, like, it's pretty easy to get. Like once you kind of like get into like maps and stuff, you just like drop them a bunch, and you don't really like. I don't really sell them that much. I sold like 2 of the creation back when it was like 11 divines, like, but I think it's crashed from 40 divines to 10 divine again. Like I think, but it's still pretty high value. Like this divination scarab is still very high value. Like if you think like, oh, it's dead, it's no longer 40 divine, it's no longer profitable to farm it. Like I mean, it's still like 10 divines, right? It's still pretty high value. So you still want to have some, you know, scarab chance to drop. Because you can see in this tree, I don't have like all the scarab chance to drop. So basically I could get a little bit more, but I probably have to drop harvest for that, and I will do that. But that's the Harvey Boogaloo. This one is Eldritch Spam, where I mean it's not Eldritch Spam anymore. This is like basically Rogue Exiles, and yeah, I mean I just do Rogue Exile sometimes when I have, you know, like my brain power to do so, because Rogue Exile map is very stressful. Like your character can die it's not like it's dangerous, like it's that dangerous, but sometimes it gets a little bit sketchy, I'd say. Like, you know, like when you get like ghosted and stuff like that, and when you're not attacking, like, and you're just moving around picking stuff up, right? Something off screen can take you, you know, to pretty low HP, and because you don't have, you know, fortification, this character require you to attack, right? Like to get fortification, and if you don't have them, then you will be less, like way less tankier, and you will know it. And that's pretty much it. This is like my three passive tree, average tree, I guess. But pretty much all of my tree I ran Syndicate because I just enjoy running it. Like, I mean, like, why not, right? But that's gonna be it, guys. Hope you enjoy the league. I think the league is pretty fun, even though with a lot of problem with the trades and stuff. I don't really like interact with trade that much, so I don't really give a shit. But eventually I probably have to, because I want to get the Mage Blood. But I know I can get there, you know. Especially with my, you know, mirror chart. But, you know, like even without mirror chart, I know I'll get the Mage Blood eventually, even with the ruined economy or whatever people want to say it, because I don't really like tie myself to those type of thing. And if I can't get my hands on it, I just like go spam, you know, like Crimson Temple. Like I don't have, I have no like have no trouble farming divination card by myself. Like, I mean, it would take me months, but I'll get there. But that's about it. Hope you guys enjoy the video and see you in the next one. I'm probably gonna be doing the Karina 100 runs or whatever. If I happen to finish the video before the end of Sunday, I guess. I don't know. Bye!